Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Canon, U.S.A photographer, RandallMRueff. Today is Tuesday, December 22nd, 2015 AD. It is 12:48, and I've just been going over some Kickstarter information and some photography stuff, and I got to thinking about an interesting subject for a video. And I thought, you know what? Let's do it. Um, let's talk about it. And it basically comes down to the 1DX, 1DC, and the forthcoming 1DX Mark II, which we believe will be announced early in 2016, probably about the end of January. And the question is, which one would you buy? If you had the money, which one would you buy? And would you wait? Or would you go ahead and buy something now? Or what exactly would you do? Now, there's several things to keep in mind here. The 1DX is, as you can see here, approximately $4,500, give or take. There's some other places you can get it a little bit cheaper. But basically, it's anywhere from $4,000 to $4,500, $4,600. So it's in that ballpark. The 1DC is approximately $8,000, and it does 4K video. So that's the only real difference, is that the 1DC does 4K video, which the 1DX does not do. So the question becomes, is a price difference of basically $3,500 worth 4K? And I'll be honest, I don't know. I'm beginning thinking not, but I don't know. So my question is, if I had the money, if money wasn't the object, which one would I buy? Or let me put this in better perspective. If I had enough money where I could only afford one, or whereas I could afford one, and as compared to if I had a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? If I had a lot of money, I could, buy one, update it when it came out, blah, 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 no big deal. But the situation I'm thinking of is, if I had the money for only one, would I wait or would I buy one now? Especially since we don't know exactly when the 1DX Mark II is coming out, what the features of that camera are going to be. Now, obviously, it's going to be better than the 1DX. We know that. My question is, will it be better than the 1DC? It's rumored to have 4K video, but we don't know the photography specs. We don't know the autofocus points. We don't know the high and low ISOs. So there's a lot of information we don't have about the 1DX Mark II that's coming out that would help make an informed decision. But more than likely, it's going to have 4K, and it's going to be improved over the 1DX in several other ways. So there's that. There's also the fact we don't know what price point they're going to try to sell it at. Whether it be $6,700 or $7,000 or $8,000, or we just don't know. So that's another thing to take into consideration. Now, the fact that the price of 1DX has been going down drastically is a good thing, in certain ways. So I've been racking my brain and thinking, which of the three cameras do I really want? And is the price difference really worth it? I mean, is it worth, right now, if I choose between the 1DX and the 1DC, is it really worth it? Is it worth $3,500 to have 4K video. When I can have a camera that does 1080p in the 1DX, and the advantages to 1080p are the files are smaller, and you can upload them faster, and it still does it's very good. It looks very good on the screen. Now, obviously, it doesn't look as good as 4K, obviously, but it's still pretty good. And in fact, when you see a lot of movie trailers from companies that could put 4K content out there, most movie trailers you see, which are put out by major corporations like Lucasfilm and Warner Brothers and Universal and Disney and Pixar, and most of those that I've seen on YouTube go out at 1080p. Very few of them, and hardly any, go out at 4K. So even the big name brands really aren't pushing 4K content as far as YouTube. And that's where I would be putting most of my stuff in, majority of my stuff, not all of it, but right now at least is YouTube. And the question is, again, the 1DX and 1DC, to get that 4K, I would have to pay $3,500 extra for 4K. That is a large chunk of change for one feature that in a month or two I might be able to get for a lot less, depending on the price point and how soon they release the 1DX Mark II, or give information about the 1DX Mark II and its settings. So if the Mark II comes out, and it's obviously going to be more expensive than $4,500, but it may not be as much as $8,000. It may be, $6,700 or $6,500 or $7,000. We don't know. So there's just a lot of variables to consider when trying to decide whether I would buy a 1DC now, 1DX, or a 1DX Mark II when it's announced next year. Of course, I would love to be able to shoot photographs and video at Christmas, this Christmas, which is in a couple days. Hard to believe already, but it's true. But I would love to be able to shoot some photos and video in 4K, and with the advanced resolution of at least 18.1 megapixels compared to my current digital Randall XT, which only shoots 8. So I would love to be able to have access to a 1DX or 1DC right now, but it's just if I had, well, first of all, I don't have the money, but if I did have the money, which one would I buy? And it really has left me kind of wondering, because the truth is, I don't know. I want 4K, but do I really want to pay if I was to have the money right now, I have two camera choices in Canon's lineup, and it's like, one has it, one doesn't, but the one that does it, it's so much more. In fact, I can almost not quite, but almost get two cameras within $1,000 range. I can almost get two cameras without 4K for the price of one with it. So it's just, I don't know. And it's just a matter of how much is 4K worth. And to me right now, while I would love to have it, I don't think it's worth it. I don't know. It's because I really want it. It's just I don't want to pay the exorbitant amount of price for it. Now, if I had millions and millions of dollars, and this was, money was an issue, yeah, sure, I would get the 1DC. Just snap my fingers, pay for it, be done with it. I wouldn't want to wait till next year to get a really good camera and some really good gear. But that's not my situation by a long shot. And it's just, it's hard to think if I had enough, let's just say I had $10,000. $10,000 is going to get me either a 1DX, a 1DC, or the 1DX Mark II. Probably the 1DX Mark II when it comes out. It'll probably be between somewhere between anywhere from $6,500 to $8,000. So I would imagine around $8,000. I don't know, but I would guess. So I just don't know which one would I buy, and would I wait? I don't. Ugh. What I would like to do ideally is buy a 1DX or 1DC, and then when the 1DX Mark II came out, be able to trade. But the problem with that is you're going to lose so much money in the trade, even though it isn't that old. When you go to trade stuff in, I found out the hard way that if you want to trade stuff in, you're not going to get near what you paid for it. Anywhere close to what you paid for it. Even if you haven't owned it that long. Okay? I mean, the shorter time you've owned it, the better, obviously. But, by the time you've owned it a year, you might as well consider you're only going to get 50% for what you put into it. So, truth is, I don't know. I mean, I guess should be happy. Don't really have to worry about this scenario because I don't have the money for either one. And I can't afford either one, so I don't know. It's just, I've been trying to think and wrap my mind around it. If I did have, let's say, $10,000, would I buy a 1DX now and save some money and shoot 1080p? Or would I spend the $3,500 extra and spend about $8,000 and get the 4K? Or would I wait till next year and just use what I've got now until then? So, truth is, I don't know. I really just don't know. That's all I can say. I just don't know. What would you do? If you had the option and the money, what would you do? I'd love to read your comments below the video. Please feel free to post them next to whether you like it or this video or not. And I'd love to hear what people have to say, whether they would buy the 1DX now, buy the 1DC now, or just wait for the Mark II to come out next year, which more than likely will because it's an Olympic year. So I would love to hear you read your comments or be interested in a video response to this video. See what you all have to say and think about it. So until next time, I'm Canon for RandallMRueff, and he's watching. Have a good day. God bless. And as always, no matter what kind of camera you have, keep taking those pictures.